So, thank you for clicking this video to view the sketches that I did during the pandemic 2020. This is part one. Before you're watching, I have to point out that I'm not an artist, but just an engineer. What you are going to see are simply some graphical diary I did for a well-being or to record what I see, what I observed. And very often I pay more attention to accuracy of the buildings I saw rather than the taste or flavor or style, whatever. So
Royal Scottish Academy is a classic Greek building. It looked like a temple of art, and it's symmetric. So therefore, I only needed to take a half. This is Buncefield Evangelical Church, did in late February, when more and more cases were confirmed in the UK. Most of those were from Italy and France, back from their holidays there.
what was interesting to me was that all the facade and large areas were in shadow. So there's a lot of paint in black, and the whole street is in shadows. In late April, when lockdown in Wuhan has been imposed for 1 month already, and a lot of bad news flooding out and scared a lot of people, including me. However, I still had to travel to London for a PhD viva. And then I spent a few hours to do the sketch of this building. This building has been a great place to visit to many people. To me, what I want most is to do a live sketch. And that was the good opportunity, even if it was raining and no leaves on the trees. Quite a miserable surroundings for this building. Anyhow, my sketch is just to reflect what I see at the moment. I deliberately paint some red on the umbrellas and then a trolley bag to give some kind of warmth. There's a group of urban sketchers in Edinburgh, and they meet regularly at a place where they can draw a building together and then share their experience, which is a great way to spend afternoon or a couple of hours or so. And that time, they met in Portrait Gallery, which is indoor. I was very concerned about infection. However, I still went and then did a statue of James Watt, somehow relevant to my own job, teaching in Edinburgh University. And my thought was, what is the unit of power? And the power seems very attractive to many people. They want power, to have power, in power. This is the Tower of St. Peter Roman Catholic Church, just outside my window. And it has been my main subject for sketch over years. I can't even remember how many drawings I've done of that particular building. Anyway, that afternoon, a strong sunlight cast a clear shadow of its tower on its roof nearby, which was very interesting to me. And so I did it. Another one, St. Peter Church in Morningside.
This was done in Edinburgh University. During the lockdown, there was very few people and very few bus services. So therefore, it is very quiet. And that was prepared as a souvenir for a retired colleague, Professor Phil Benfield. He had been my personal mentor over years. So I think I should prepare something relevant to the university to show my gratitude. This will be the final presentation with my signature and framed by myself. So everything is by myself, apart from the glass panel and frames were not made by myself. Unlike the lockdown in Wuhan, where residents were not allowed to leave their buildings, and the groceries were delivered to their flats. Edinburgh lockdown allowed the people to come out once a day to do essential shopping or hospital visit or simply exercise to keep mental health. I use this opportunity to visit regularly this Grange cemetery. Just walking, sketching, or sometimes simply just reflecting or contemplating. Opposite to Grange Cemetery is this lovely church building. Now it's called St. Catherine Agile Church. It was designed and built in late 19th century. Like many churches in Edinburgh, during 19th century, a lot of churches were designed and built. And that was a really golden time for Christianity. Cremon Beach probably is one of the favorite sites for Edinburgh people during the sunny days. And there is a small ice cream van with a long queue waiting to buy ice cream.
I love visiting graveyards. That was South Leith Parish Church. I visited in last June when UK death toll had rose to more than 53,000, and it made you feel that death is so close to you, and we got to be ready. At the time, one verse in Ecclesiastes came to my mind. It simply says, it's better to visit a funeral than to a party, as we all must die, and everyone living should think about this. So be prepared. April is my father's birthday, and very often is Easter holiday when I'm able to go back home to visit him and to celebrate his birthday. But because of lockdown, the international travel definitely is not safe, not to mention of boundary control in China. So therefore, the best way to celebrate his birthday and give him a gift is do him a portrait.
Like the nearby Cremen Beach, Silvernose Beach is also a favorite spot for Edinburgh people to enjoy sunny days, walk and exercise. Again, during the lockdown, the streets were much quieter, so therefore there's no problem, less problem I should say, to sit on the street and watch those buildings, those magnificent buildings, and to show my admiration by draw them down to my sketch diary. So let me call it not sketch book, but sketch diary. It's like a journal of my mental journey. This is on a very busy street looking towards Calton Hill. Grassmarket is again full of people. However, during lockdown, only open during the daytime, so therefore when it's sunny, and it's really good time to go out to see people enjoy their old habits. And this last drop is one of many bars, cafes on this row, and I could only finish to this stage and then went back home to continue with some details and obviously the signature.
Dean Village is a very romantic place to visit, particularly during a sunny summer day. I went there a number of times and did a number of sketches. That well caught. obviously is one of the best building for artists to draw. Okay, thank you for watching, and this is just the first part. I'm going to do another one, and if you are interested, just follow me. Bye for now.